Midnight. The Egyptian desert. Shadows move across the sand. Men work in absolute silence. They carry crude shovels. They dig deep into the dry earth. They breach a forgotten tomb. The next morning, the sun rises. The tomb is empty. A 3,000-year-old pharaoh statue has vanished from the physical record. Watch this stolen artifact. It crosses heavily guarded international borders. It passes through the hands of global smugglers. It acquires fabricated documentation. Months later, it appears inside a pristine, illuminated glass case. It sits in a premier museum in New York City. The price tag registers in the tens of millions of dollars. Beside the glass case, two men shake hands. One is an esteemed museum director. The other is the supplier. They smile for the cameras. For decades, this exact sequence repeated itself. The largest antiquities smuggling ring in modern history did not operate from a dark alley. The mastermind was not a mafia boss. He did not carry a weapon. He did not use physical intimidation. He wore bespoke suits. He attended exclusive galas. He belonged to the elite aristocracy of the art world. This is the empire of Robin Symes. This is the dark reality hiding behind the polished marble walls of the world's most respected museums. London, the absolute center of the global art market. Robin Symes operates a luxurious gallery in the city. He is not a mere merchant. He possesses the status of an institution. He works alongside his partner, Christo Michaelides. Together, they project an aura of absolute prestige. Their gallery functions as a sanctuary. It is a mandatory destination for the wealthiest private collectors on the planet. When the directors of the J. Paul Getty Museum seek a centerpiece, they call Symes. When the Metropolitan Museum of Art requires a masterpiece, they visit Symes. He offers discretion. He offers exclusivity. He offers antiquities of unparalleled quality. To the outside world, Symes is a gentleman, a scholar, a protector of ancient history. This is a carefully constructed illusion. The gallery is a front. The sophisticated sanctuary is a distribution hub for a massive network of looted heritage. How does a stolen stone become a legitimate masterpiece? It requires a highly engineered pipeline. The foundation of this pipeline rests on extreme desperation. At the absolute bottom, you find local farmers in rural Egypt. They possess knowledge of the terrain. They locate undiscovered tombs. They extract statues, ancient reliefs, and priceless artifacts. They surrender these items to local brokers for mere fractions of a penny. The items move upward. They enter the transit phase. This phase is brutal. Smugglers often cut massive statues into smaller, unrecognizable pieces. This action destroys the physical integrity of the artifact, but it guarantees safe passage through strict customs checkpoints. The pieces travel to a safe haven. Switzerland. The Swiss free ports offer absolute anonymity. Here, Symes collaborates with notorious figures, men like Giacomo Medici. Medici manages the logistics. Symes manages the alchemy. Symes receives the raw, smuggled artifacts. He begins the transformation. First, the physical erasure. Specialists scrub the dirt from the stone. They wash away the sand of the tomb. They erase the physical evidence of the illicit extraction. Next, the historical erasure. An artifact requires a provenance, a documented history of ownership. International law dictates that antiquities removed from their country of origin after 1970 are strictly illegal to trade. Symes solves this complex legal problem with a simple typewriter. He fabricates entire histories. He drafts fake receipts. He claims the statues belong to obscure, deceased European aristocrats long before the 1970 deadline. The paperwork transforms the artifact. The illegal object becomes a legitimate commodity. The pipeline is complete. The system requires a final buyer, the museums. This introduces a profound moral contradiction. Museums exist to preserve truth. They employ elite scholars. They employ brilliant archaeologists. These scholars possess absolute knowledge of a fundamental fact. The legitimate supply of ancient Egyptian antiquities evaporated decades ago. The Egyptian government maintains strict ownership of all recent discoveries. Yet, Symes repeatedly presents pristine, undocumented masterpieces. The museums understand the impossibility of this supply. They know the provenance documents are fragile fakes. But desire supersedes logic. The institutions crave the prestige. They desire the massive exhibition numbers. They want the masterpiece to display in their grand halls, so they choose willful ignorance. They accept the fabricated documents. They refuse to ask the difficult questions. They transfer millions of dollars to Symes' offshore accounts. They become active participants in the destruction of the very history they claim to protect. Empires rarely collapse from external pressure. They fracture from within. The international police did not dismantle Robin Symes. An inheritance dispute dismantled him. In 1992, a tragic event occurs. Christo Michaelides passes away unexpectedly during a dinner in Italy. He leaves no official will. The Michaelides family steps forward. They claim a 50% stake in the massive business empire. They demand tens of millions of pounds. Symes refuses the demand. He claims Michaelides was merely an employee, not a partner. This refusal triggers a catastrophic sequence of events. The family initiates a civil lawsuit. A criminal investigation requires probable cause. A civil lawsuit requires total financial transparency. The civil courts issue aggressive discovery orders. They mandate the release of all financial ledgers. They order the inspection of physical storage units across Europe. The investigators open Symes' secret warehouses. They find thousands of undocumented artifacts. They locate Polaroid photographs showing statues still covered in fresh tomb mud. They uncover the fabricated receipts. The entire underground network enters the public record. The illusion shatters. The empire collapses. Symes loses the lawsuit. He faces total bankruptcy. The law sentences him to time in a prison facility for contempt of court. The aristocratic gentleman loses his wealth, his reputation, and his freedom in a matter of months. The collapse of Robin Symes triggered a global reckoning. Figures like Zahi Hawass, the director of Egyptian antiquities, apply immense pressure. They confront the museums. They present the undeniable evidence. The museums surrender. They carefully package the stolen pharaohs. They return the artifacts to Egyptian soil. The objects go home, but a profound tragedy remains. This is not simply a story about stolen property or financial greed. When looters rip a statue from the ground in the middle of the night, they destroy the archaeological context. They sever the physical connection between the object and its environment. An artifact without a context is a silent stone. It cannot tell us how the ancient people lived. It cannot tell us how they viewed the universe. 3,000 years of human history evaporate in a single night, permanently erased to facilitate a brief exchange of currency. Robin Symes stole statues, but he also stole time. Consider the chain of events. Consider the participants. Who holds the ultimate responsibility for this erasure? Is it the desperate farmer wielding the shovel in the dark? Is it the sophisticated smuggler fabricating the documents? Or is it the prestigious museum, willingly trading its institutional integrity for a beautiful exhibition? State your perspective in the comments section below. If you value this investigation, engage the like button. Subscribe to the channel to track the next exploration into the hidden mechanisms of our world. Farewell.